Now, what do you think about somebody being incentivized and generosity being embedded into their personality? Can the two traits, are they in conflict? Can they coexist?
Absolutely. I think that there are ways to sort of encourage or incentivize people to be generous. I think the other thing is true that you can essentially penalize, if you will, or hold people accountable for generosity. I think sometimes people worry about generosity being exploited. But I think the key is that we need to set boundaries for what generosity is. It's not that we would want to run rampant around generosity and let it go wild, but I would encourage leaders to think about how do we measure or how do we put into our whether they're KPIs or something like that to incentivize our teams to form cross collaborations to ensure communications are occurring between teammates and between departments that proactively share information, that are celebrating wins, all of these types of things that activate on the culture of generosity. And generosity is really the way in which this is the way that we do things here shows up as a cultural phenomenon. So it's not just the policy of saying these are the incentives, it's the underlying sort of substrate of the work that's being done. And I'm sure that you know this and your audience knows this. Like when you walk into an organization and there's this like political culture on Slack or on Teams or in the hallway of people just not sharing information, or leaders that go into a room and decisions are being made and they're not necessarily communicated. Like that's the conversation. That's the type of culture that is not generous by nature. People know that immediately. And that's the dangerous component. And it spills out into how everyone treats everyone else, and then how that spills out into the way in which that company treats their customers, how it treats their vendors, how it shows up in the community, and on and on and on, right? And so what I would say is absolutely it's tone at the top, right? Like the leadership carries that culture forward, and it should be incentivized and encouraged and held accountable. But it's also these little things that just can't necessarily be measured, but is shown, and is just something that is a phenomenon, if that makes sense.